I believe that in the church, nobody should be bullied or run out. Because nobody's going to run me out of my church.
Mm-hmm.
It was God's church, but you're not the owner of the church.
Mm-hmm.
Some people think they own the church, and it's not a good sight.
Oh, speaking of that, there are a lot of tourists recently at our
Right,
church and visitors. Some of them may not be tourists; they could be people that live in the
right,
vicinity of New York City, five boroughs, one of the
right,
five boroughs. But they always welcome. My father-in-law, who's a pastor, he always welcomed the visitors. There's always a part of the service that we always welcome the visitors.
right. That's good.
And he
Cause
always asks, which church, or if you came from what country, if you're a tourist or something. But some people wondered, oh, you can get into why your father wants to know what church. Oh, when there's an event,
yes,
afternoon service, he wants to know what church the person came from. Tell me, Calvin, why your father does that, because someone asked me one time, one of the visitors.
they want to acknowledge everybody where you're from and welcome. Doesn't matter.
Yeah, because one of the ladies was wondering or something.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah,
he
she
likes to
asked
do
me.
those things.
Right, I said that I'm the daughter-in-law of the pastor. Oh,
Yeah,
do you know why your father? Something like that. Why your father-in-law? I said that he likes to acknowledge where the people come from, because he welcomes you all. That's why.
yeah. Well, I feel that's a good thing, though.
I think so. No, the lady she was curious. That's all. She didn't.
And
Because
then,
she's saying that in other Baptist churches, either in Harlem or other borough, they don't acknowledge where they came from.
yeah, but
The
yeah,
lady.
at Shiloh they acknowledge.
Right, that's what she said. She was surprised
Yeah,
that Pastor Sampson asked her where she came from and like that, what church and all that.
right.
Oh,
Uh, yeah. So, yes. Sorry. Um, so life got better for you
yes.
as you joined the church, or joined Christ and in the church.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
I came to the Bible. Oh, speaking of the Bible study, his Bible studies. I'm talking about my father-in-law, who's the pastor, Pastor Sampson.
yeah,
Um, my goddaughter is Methodist and I'm Baptist, right?
yes,
Um, the godfather is Catholic. So every Saturday, I during the time my mom and I don't get along because crazy so-called bestie, you know,
yeah.
is doing witchcraft on my family and like that.
Not a pretty sight.
Not pretty sad. He wishing bad that my mom and I will continue to argue or something like that. You never know. He might still be doing that, but God will take care of him. That's how I
Yeah.
would say. And they like the stuff I'm learning because Brandon always has a segment every other Saturday. What did I learn at Bible study? He did that
Right.
too when I was in when there was something in the Catholic Church. He used to do that. What did I learn in the, you know? He would like to when he can. He goes with me to church before that. What did I learn? He did that with my goddaughter when there's Bible study for the kids at her church. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah. So I
Like-
bring on the Bible study material, and I share the news of the Lord with everybody, like your father said. I'm sorry to
so,
cut you off.
so life got better when you with me now, right?
Yeah. I share. They like it too. I think a few times. Remember before Andy when he was alive,
Yes.
Pastor Mickens, they didn't care if they were white. Pastor
Right.
Mickens and Andy came came to Bible study, your dad's Bible study.
Right.
Even they were not the only Methodists coming. By the way, there were tell me, Calvin, if I'm right or wrong. There were a lot of people from Salem Methodist Church coming to our church for Bible study. What happened? There were a lot of ladies, right? Besides Mitzi, and some of them were coming to the Bible study. They were Methodists.
I believe now she joined the church.
Who?
Mincy.
No, it's not. That wasn't her. She looked like Mitzi.
Oh.
I got mixed up because I thought Mitzi said she.
No.
She said I got mixed up. She looked a little. I got mixed up. She said that she's still at Salem.
Oh, but she still comes over to Shiloh.
Yeah, she still come over to Shiloh.
Yes.
Shiloh welcome every denomination.
Right.
Methodist or Pentecostal.
Right.
Yes.
So so getting to meeting me, the good man that I am.
Mhm.
So you love me and cherish me and love me, right?
Yes.
Yes. And yes, and we'll get a place and everything, but
Yes.
But how has life gotten better with me?
I expanded my poetry. Let's go with the career wise too. Besides personal, we'll do both. Career wise, I went to while I'm working full time. I went to White Plains Library to do poetry slams and open mic sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
In the beginning, I did open mic. Later on, I did slams.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on, after pandemic, I think during the pandemic, before the pandemic was over, we started going to Rockland Poets.
Right.
And I continued the legacy of doing the poetry from Living Experience, which we have poetry people for Living Experience.
Mm-hmm.
We have one person, Jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, speaking of that, she has her open mics in Portchester. She hasn't had them because she's busy with other things. But she's gonna get back to me about when we're gonna go back to Portchester or somewhere in Westchester for open mic, because her open mic is not just poetry. You can sing, you can do whatever, and I did the during Thanksgiving, give thanks, the choreographing, the dancing. They enjoyed it too. Yes.
And how joining the audio ministry changed your life significantly with job wise?
Yes.
Please explain.
Well, at the church, I basically do PowerPoints and Word documents, and also set up the screen on the monitors, in other words, and make sure if there's a glitch or something, I fix it, and then before service.
Right.
Yeah.
So that you're on the.
Yes, and poetry, and then I do surveys too on the side, but the surveys I've been getting itty bitty points. But I'm gonna concentrate on the book more. I just have to outline. I think the outlining would be better. I have to go back to the old-fashioned way of the outlining, so that way I don't miss a beat. I have to ask what is it? I have to ask the person from the publishing company how many pages is minimum.
Mm-hmm.
Because I only had 12 pages. That's why. Yeah. So that's about it. Is there anything else you want to say, Calvin Tree?
Our group of Living Experience, we're recruiting more people and trying to get some gigs. And,
right. I think we may be more successful with poets again.
Too.
I have to call Rockland.
And we'll find the singers.
Yeah, the more people we're recruiting would be poets, though, than for some reason. We'll find them. It takes time. We got 3 in living experience, plus Deacon Bishop 4 when he can. Is that correct? Correct, right, Calvin?
Yes, correct.
Mm-hmm.
Just thinking of some. Talk about the changed life when going back to Mr. Sharon McLean's place out there in Jersey. How did
the vaginal steaming, it helped regulate. Now I have my period. It took more than 2 weeks to, instead of every 2, what is it? I'm irregular, so basically the bleeding stopped in 3 weeks. I had a 3-week menstruation last month. So I should have went to the hospital, they said, but more than one support system told me that. But anyway, I feel that it regulated my period back to normal, because it wasn't every 2 weeks the period,
Right.
And there's no cramps now.
Amen.
That's what it regulated, the cramp thing. So now probably the cramps, that's the thing that I need to get rid of. But the weakness and like that's gonna always be there. But the cramps is the one I had to get rid of. But it's working wonders.
That's good. You taking your Macdizzles?
Yeah, it came in the mail yesterday, and I had to put that away in my medicine bag. My dad said it arrived. The food and the non-food stuff arrived from Amazon yesterday, but I didn't open the box yesterday. I should have.